Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a wet and miserable Oakley Corner State Forest. So today is the day after Christmas. Yesterday was beautiful. It was like 55 degrees and sunny. Today it is miserable. It's low 30s and foggy and misting and gross. It's supposed to rain later, but I figured I'd try to get an activation in. I want to get in the truck here real quick before I get soaked because it's starting to rain, and that's affecting my antenna, but we'll see what happens. Today I'm running the Gable, and I'm going to be running the ICOM IC705 again today. I'm trying to put this radio through its paces. So we'll go ahead and we'll get you guys set up in here. I'm going to try to make this a quick one today. Let me get you guys set up in here and we will get everything situated. Hopefully everything's in frame. It should be. Let me hop around the other side of the vehicle. All right. So we're going to start on 40 meters today. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Yeah, I am. Radio's in frame. You can see everything. Hopefully you can see everything and hear everything. So we're going to start on 40 meters. I've been having a hard time with antenna tune. I had the Gable all tuned up and it was beautiful, and then my SWR got really high. So I've got the tuner hooked up, the little ATU-10, and it's having to repeatedly tune this radio up. So somebody's tuning up on my frequency. So I'm hoping that I don't have that issue. Let's see if somebody... So the tuner says I've got a 1.18 to 1 SWR. Like I said, when I first tuned it up great. It was like, I don't know, 1.2 to 1. And then the tune just went away. I don't know if it's because everything's getting wet or what, but I do believe I've got a clear frequency. Like I said, we're going to start on 40 meters here and we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's call CQ and see what happens. I did schedule this, so it should go live. It is chilly this morning. So we will see. We should know when we hit the RBN. That's Aaron. He's on 30 meters. All right, I just hit the RBN. So we should be spotted. Hopefully you can hear everything. It is about 9:30, so 40 meters should still be halfway decent. If it's not, we'll move. Now, I don't know what today's going to be like. Yesterday was pretty good. I don't know. Band conditions looked good earlier, but... QSB is pretty bad. QSB is bad. Virginia? There's a lot of activity on the scope on 40 meters. I don't know, we'll see. Yep. 579. North Carolina. No, we'll keep plugging away. I think this one's going to be a pretty short one today. I'll probably only do 11 or 12 contacts. Phone just vibrated again. That's probably Aaron again, my guess. Why won't you unlock? There it goes. Yep. Oh, it's trying to tune right now. See, it's having a hard time keeping a tune on 40, which is interesting. I think it's because the antenna's getting wet and everything's getting wet and it's changing. Tuner's having to tune up as I'm sending. That's interesting. Estimator's crept up just a tiny bit. It's only 1.2, that's fine. And the radio's happy. There's the SWR meter. Might be a slow one this morning. We got 3 in fairly quick succession. Well, we'll stay on 40 for a little bit. We'll see what happens. If that ends up being slow, maybe we'll hop up to 30. We could even go to 20. It's a little early for 20, but unfortunately, I'm dodging rain today, so the weather's not very good today. I almost didn't come out and do this. I'm also not on the world's greatest antenna, right? I'm on that gable, which is pretty compromised. Wow. Wait a minute, what was that? Yep. Yep. Wait, what? missing that last? Yep. Yep. NT. Yep. Okay. Okay. I think I got that. That's interesting. Easy type. I think I got that right. That last character was killing me. Whoa. Somebody was there. That's interesting. I know there was somebody there. I heard a W. No, I need your call sign. All right, let me do this. Oh my God. I have no idea what that guy's call sign was. N4EE, I think. What is going on here? I'm having a rough time. Why does nobody answer me when I ask them for their call back? I don't know if I've got that call right. All right, well, I'm going to have to check that one. There's no way I'm going to hear it on the radio. For some reason, people are sending over me, and it's kind of driving me nuts. I don't know if they can't hear me well or I can't hear them well, but it's making it difficult. I feel like there might be an R in that call sign. And I don't understand why when I ask people for their call sign again, they don't respond. Like, if I send call, clearly I didn't get your whole call. I think I know what call that is, but... An X3X. Oh, he's gone. Pennsylvania. Now somebody's tuning up on top of me. I think the QSB is taking people out. Yeah, I just work you. What is the problem is there's multiple people stacked in there, and I don't think they can hear each other. Wow. Woo. Jersey? Now I got somebody tuning up. That's obnoxious. What? Are there two stations, one on top of the other? Oh. All right, forget it. This is annoying. I've got a station underneath me and somebody tuning up on top of me. We're going to go down two. That's irritating. Oops. I think there's two stations on 60. I think that's what's going on. I just hit the RBN. So let's, of course I'm not signed in on this phone. This isn't my normal phone. My normal phone I'm filming with. So this is my backup phone. All right, so I need two more, maybe three, because that one, I feel like that call, I know that call is wrong. I don't know if people weren't responding to me when I was sending call, question mark, or whether I couldn't hear them. Because the QSB is horrendously bad today. It was bad yesterday too, although 20 meters was a little bit less bad than 40 is today. All right, I'm spotted on the correct frequency. All right. That's that call I had a hard time with. Did I get it right? Yes, I did. See, listen to that QSB. North Carolina. K3ES. Pennsylvania. Think I got that right? Where'd he go? P. There we go. Pennsylvania? Yep. Lots of Pennsylvania. It is that time of day. Oh, he faded. Listen to that QSB. I'm sorry, wait a minute, what? Gotcha. Lots of QSB, and this is when 40 starts getting short. So that's why I'm getting all the Pennsylvania and Maryland and stuff. I think I got that call right. QSB took him away. Okay. Well, we'll call CQ one or two more times. Then maybe we'll button this one up. This one's been a little frustrating. They go this way sometimes. Yesterday was beautiful. Today, not so beautiful. Gotcha. QSB is crazy. Michigan. Gotcha. Ohio. It's the first Ohio this morning. All right, we'll call CQ one more time. If we don't get any bites, we'll call QRT. This has been a weird activation. QSB's been bad. My SWR is jumping up and down, which is weird. People haven't been coming back to me. I've had people answering me that shouldn't be answering me. But they go like this sometimes. Sometimes they're strange. I've got a couple calls in here I'm not 100% sure on, because I faded way in and out. I'm at that time of the day. It's 10 a.m. and we'll go ahead and call QRT. Okay, so like I said, that one was a little frustrating, and that happens sometimes. They're not all perfect, as you've seen in other videos. I mean, we got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 in the log, but I'm not sure about one or two of these. So I'm going to have to go back through and double check. Like, wait, what was that? Thought maybe somebody's going to answer me. Or not. Because they didn't ask if the frequency was busy. They just asked question mark. All right. So anyway, like I said, we got about 18 in the log. That was a little bit frustrating. This happens sometimes. They're not always perfect. Some of these were hard to copy. Like I said, there's a lot of QSB, and especially in the beginning, people would call me, I'd respond, and then they wouldn't answer me. Or I would be asking for their call sign, and they'd be saying, thanks, 7-3. You know, I don't know whether they couldn't hear me asking for their call signs to be repeated, or if, you know, I don't know, because I'd send, you know, call question mark or call again or whatever, and they would just keep right on sending. And I'm almost wondering if, because the QSB was so thick this morning, that they couldn't hear me asking for their call again, and they were just finishing the QSO. So if I didn't get you in the log this morning, I really apologize. But that QSB took a lot of you out, like right in the middle of the QSO. So anyway, like I said, we got about 18 in the log, maybe 17. I'm not sure about this one. I think I know what call that is. I'll listen on the video. I'm almost positive I know who that is, but I don't want to say conclusively until I listen to it. But at any rate, like I said, we got about, oh, and this one too. I don't know about that one. That guy right there, he never came back to me, so that one's gone. But like I said, we got about 16, 17 in the log. Not beautiful. That took about 26, 27 minutes. You know, sometimes they're a little slow, but that happens. So all in all, this 705 is a really great radio. This 705 is a really great radio. I wouldn't want it, like I said, I said this before, I wouldn't want to backpack this thing in too far. You could, but it is a little heavy and a little clunky. I do have a polycarbonate cover that snaps into this cage coming. That'll make this a little more trail friendly, but it's still not a super trail friendly radio. I mean, it is a little big and bulky, but it is an awesome radio. You know, if you're not somebody who's doing hike up sodas or walking way into the woods, this might be the best radio for you. It really is, unless you need an internal tuner, in which case, you know, that's the one omission. And like I said, this little ATU-10, this thing does a really good job. I mean, you put the radio in tune mode, it interfaces directly. There's a 3.5 millimeter cable here that runs into the tuning jack in the back, and you just go into function. I turn the tuner's already on, so I can't do anything with it. But you turn tuner on, and as soon as you hit the key, it tunes up, and you've got a match. Now, I don't know if you heard, I don't know if you could hear it in the video, but it did tune up a couple of times in the middle of the activation. It was having a hard time keeping that match, and like I said, it's raining, so I think that's probably part of why it was like that. But like I said, all in all, this is a fantastic radio. I've got to get some more use under its belt. This is only the second activation with it, but so far I'm really, really impressed with this radio. The feature set's really hard to beat. It really is fantastic. So unless you really need an internal tuner, this thing really has every bell and whistle you could possibly ever think of. And it's in a reasonable size package. Like I said, this is not a, if you're going to do a hike up CW Soda, a mountaintop, or a KH1 or an old KX1 or something, that's probably a better choice, or an SW3B or a QCX or QMX or something like that. This probably isn't that radio for those kind of things. But for, I'm going to say 90% of people who are doing field activations, if you're looking for a QRP radio, man, I'm going to say this is really, really hard to beat. So at any rate, everybody, thank you so much for watching yet again. I really appreciate it. I apologize if this one was a little weird and a little bit disjointed, but like I said, I had a really hard time with some of these calls at the beginning of this activation. It's that time of day where 40 meters gets a little weird. I was kind of just trying to decide whether I wanted to do 40, 30, or 20, and I decided I'd hop on 40. 30 meters, for whatever reason, sometimes I just don't get a lot of bites, and it's a little early for 20 still. But at any rate, thanks everybody so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And like I said, as long as the weather keeps cooperating somewhat, I'll keep pumping out activation videos. So until the next one, thank you so much. And 7-3.